truth we all share. At some point in life, maybe during a quiet evening walk, or after the loss of someone we love, we come face to face with a truth that unites every human being. We are going to die. This reality, though deeply human, often makes us uncomfortable. It's something we avoid, postpone, suppress. In most cultures, death is hidden away, spoken of in hushed tones, wrapped in euphemisms, or ignored altogether. And yet, death is not merely the end of life, it is what gives life shape, urgency, and meaning. Without death, there is no story, no structure, no clarity. There's only an endless string of moments, unanchored and undefined. The ancient Stoics knew this. Far from fearing death, they used its presence as a tool to live more intentionally, more courageously, and more truthfully. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Marcus Aurelius. This is not a message of gloom. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that because we will die, we must truly learn to live. Memento mori. Remember you will die. The Stoics practiced memento mori, which translates to remember that you will die. It wasn't a dark ritual, it was a practice of mindfulness and clarity. They understood something most of us forget. Death is not the opposite of life, it's a part of it. And when we forget death, we begin to forget how to live. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." How many hours do we lose to distraction, resentment, or false urgency? How often do we prioritize what is expected over what is meaningful? Memento mori brings us back to the present. It's not meant to scare us, it's meant to focus us. The gift of mortality. There's a common belief that death steals life's meaning, but the Stoics would argue the opposite. Death gives life meaning. If we were immortal, would we appreciate anything? Would we feel urgency to love, forgive, or create? Would we be moved by a sunrise or a goodbye? It's precisely because things end that they matter. The fragility of life is not a flaw, it's a feature. Mortality forces us to choose, to cut through the noise, to find what matters, and to live it fully. Letting go of what doesn't matter. When you remember you will die, you stop clinging to trivial things. You worry less about being liked and more about being real. You waste less time arguing and spend more time listening. You become less obsessed with productivity and more interested in presence. Death teaches you to edit your life. What would you remove if your time was short? What would you focus on? These are questions we shouldn't save for our final days. We should ask them now. Living with urgency, not panic. There's a difference between urgency and rushing. Urgency says, this moment matters, use it well. Rushing says, you're behind, hurry up. The Stoics didn't believe in stress for the sake of achievement. They believed in living deliberately. To them, a good life wasn't defined by fame, wealth, or even how long you lived, but by how deeply you connected with the truth of your existence. What does it mean to be alive right now? What will you do with this breath, this morning, this opportunity? Practical practices for living meaningfully. You don't need to move to the mountains or change careers to live more fully. Meaning begins in how you live your ordinary days. Here are a few simple, Stoic-inspired habits. 1. Morning reflection. Start your day by asking, if this were my last day, what would matter? How can I live with kindness, courage, and presence? 2. Midday pause. When stressed or overwhelmed, ask, will this matter at the end of my life? Am I acting out of ego or purpose? 3. Evening review. Before bed, reflect on, what did I do today that was meaningful? What can I improve tomorrow? This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. And awareness leads to intention, and intention leads to a better life. Love, loss, and impermanence. The Stoics also reminded us, Not only are we going to die, but so is everyone we love. That thought might seem sad at first, but it can also open the door to deep appreciation. Epictetus said, "When you kiss your child goodnight, whisper to yourself, they may not be here tomorrow." It sounds harsh, but it's a practice in presence. It's a way to remember, don't take this for granted. Don't assume you'll always have more time. Every moment is a gift, especially with those we care about. Love them, listen to them, forgive them, and above all, be with them. What comes after death? Stoicism doesn't offer answers about the afterlife. It doesn't speculate about heaven or reincarnation. Instead, it asks, what will you do with the life you know you have? Not in theory, but in practice. Not next year, but today. Whether or not there's something after this, what matters most is how you live before the end. Freedom in acceptance. To fear death is to live in chains, but to accept it, not passively, but consciously, is to be free. When you no longer run from death, you can stop running from life. You can show up. You can slow down. You can let go. You can be here, as you are, without shame or performance. This is what it means to live meaningfully, not to cram your life with more, but to align it with truth. Conclusion, you are alive. That's enough. If you've read this far, pause for just a moment. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. You are alive. And that's enough to begin again. There's no need to become someone else or chase some distant future. What matters is how you live this day. What matters is how you show up in this hour, this conversation, this breath. The truth is, you don't know how much time you have, but you do have this moment. And that's more than enough to live meaningfully. Start today. So here's your invitation. Don't wait until you're ready. Don't wait until it's convenient. Don't wait until you're older, wiser, braver. Just start where you are, with what you have. Start living. Write the letter. Say I'm sorry. Say I love you. Go for that walk. Forgive yourself. Let go of what you no longer need. Make meaning. Make time. Make space. And tomorrow, wake up and do it again. Because death is natural, but a life lived with presence, love, and purpose, that is something rare, powerful, and unforgettable. If this message resonated with you, if it gave you a quiet moment to reflect, if it helped you see life a little more clearly, or reminded you of what truly matters, then I invite you to stay connected. Here on this channel, we explore timeless ideas from philosophy, mindfulness, and everyday life, slowly, gently, and honestly. So if you'd like more reflections like this, more space to pause, to breathe, and to come back to yourself, please consider subscribing. Click the bell so you'll be reminded to return, not just to the next video, but to the present moment. Until next time, take care of your time, your mind, and the ones you love. And remember, death is natural, so let's choose to live meaningfully every single day.